All right. What my wife just said before she hit record is not on video because it was before we started hitting record.
Maybe. Find out afterwards.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Anyway, I'm Zach.
George.
And this is Dee Runk Comics.
We are Dee Runk. Hey, we celebrated Batman Day the other day. You know
we
that?
did. I remember that. Because I was there. And by there I mean here?
Yeah, you were.
Was I here? Okay. I know we watched some things on the
on the telly.
DC streaming service.
Yeah, on the telly.
Yeah. There's a really good one with the Batman Beyond, and that one was my favorite. It was a clip, a short.
It was a real short.
Animated short.
Speaking of short, what'd you think of Batman Damned?
Yeah, so we're just gonna jump into that, are we?
Yes.
All right. Well.
No.
We both got copies. And then some.
Hey, if we get 1,000 likes on this video before October 2018, we'll ship this to a random commenter.
All right. It's yours, so it's not. It's not gonna be my copy. It's gonna be one of his.
All right.
But yeah, no, Batman Damned. It's the first issue of DC's new imprint, Black Label, which it reminds me.
Imprint. Yeah.
Imprint. It reminds me of Bacon though.
Yeah.
Black Label. No slight against DC. Black Label is good.
It seems like an alcohol thing.
Really? I suppose like the top shelf.
Yeah.
Black Label.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that. I like Bacon though.
I like alcohol.
Anyway, yeah. So, George's wife keeps saying, "What the first thing we're going to start talking about, for the comic, which if you've had any kind of trending news feed, you know, Bruce Wayne shows off his Batawang. That's the word. You're trying to hold
Batawang.
Batawang.
Well done.
Yes.
No, just hold the book. You don't need to sit down.
I was gonna sit it down because I don't want to like.
No, just keep handling it.
With the Batawang.
Keep it in your hands.
With the Batawang.
No, keep it away from your mouth.
But no, this was an issue that honestly I don't know if a lot of people have a whole lot of interest in it. And honestly, I mean, it was kind of off of my radar until I found out about the Batman penis. Just because it's something that's going to be censored in future printings of this, and even with the digital copy, it's going to be censored. They're just going to cover it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You have the digital. Yeah. So I mean, to me, I get comics. I think I've kind of realized this as we've been doing this show, is that my purchases tend to be more for either some type of financial gain, whether it's short term or long term, like a comic I bought for helping me with customizing, or like this that I just plan on buying and sometimes reselling it someday. That said, I did read it. And because of that, I will be getting the rest of the series. It has a really interesting premise. I don't know how much we want to get into that at the moment.
Yeah, we'll talk about the actual story later on in the video. So for me, I have reservations as to whether or not DC Comics always planned to censor future prints of the book. Like, was that their way of garnering attention for the book? Like,
did they do it just to bring attention to their new Black Label?
Put Batman from the waist down naked on a book unintentionally, or and it's as the reason why they said they're censoring future prints is it has nothing to do with the story.
It has something to do with the story.
No, it doesn't.
A little bit. I mean, they do.
A little
they
bit.
don't.
Say it.
Here's the thing. Well, it doesn't. Okay, so they didn't need to show it to have it. They could have just implied that he was naked, like what they're going to do. They're with the censoring. So no, they didn't have to show it. But as far as the storyline goes, it was based on the storyline. It was needed that he was naked. They didn't need to show it, but it was needed that he was naked.
Correct, but
yes,
where I'm getting at is their new imprint, DC Black Label, and the first book is Batman, which is their #1 money character.
Yes.
I still say Superman's #1. Fuck a Batman, but y'all love you some Batman. Batman's also cool to me too, but all right. Anyways, but that's the #1 money character. It's their bestseller, and in their first issue, they happened to put in his penis, which is, you can't say that it wasn't super calculated and deliberate. Yeah. And then even more so when they're like, oh well, when we make another print, we're just gonna shadow that out a little bit more so it's not there. Like,
I mean, granted, it's not like there's not like a spot like the bat signal isn't lighting up on it or anything like that.
No, it is very, it is shadowed already, but the outline is there and you know what he's packing.
Yeah.
To me, like, it almost feels a little unnecessary. The whole label, everything. Batman is a very mature title, all right, and I don't need to see a comic book bubble with someone saying the word fuck in my comic book to make me realize that it's an adult theme. It's an adult story. Batman comic books for the last 15 years are not meant for children. And they're not kids' stories. They are dark.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they're for, like, teens and up.
Yeah, but, I mean, teens and up. And you fill in the blanks. Like, you don't need a comic panel with his penis. And I'm not mad about it. But I feel that it's very deliberate and calculated to boost sales. And, and you know people are going to buy the censored copy, too, so that they have both versions of it. Like, and I'm okay with it.
Well, just money like variant covers or
money grabs are good,
mm-hmm.
but when you try and make your money grab look like it's not a money grab, I see through you, and
with the X-ray vision.
Yeah, and with that X-ray vision, now I know what Batman's penis looks like.
You didn't need the X-ray vision, nope. But no, I definitely agree. It's definitely it was basically to promote the book. Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it. It's Black Label is a new thing for DC. They want to be able to have more adult comic books, not just like mature themes, but actually like if an 8-year-old comes in and asks for Batman Damned, the comic book salesperson at the counter can go, no, sorry, it's basically an R-rated version of a comic book.
I don't know if they can.
Oh yeah, just like Marvel Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think of the size of the book? Like, it's definitely.
That was something I wanted to bring up. It's larger. Yeah, I did not expect it to be larger than a regular size comic book. It is larger. It's thicker as well. It's hard not to have the image pop into your head when talking about this specific issue. But yeah, it's definitely I'm trying really hard to stay mature with this.
Hard.
I was gonna say.
You're trying so hard.
I was gonna say it's girthier.
Yeah.
But no, it's
that's a decent sized book.
Yeah, it's a bigger comic book. So yeah, I mean you're gonna need special bags and backboards. If
I had to buy
just have the standard.
If you're looking for that on eBay, you look for magazine size. That is what I bought at my comic book store, and he brought an unbagged boarded issue, and he was. I think you were probably pretty relieved to see that I had a bag and board for you.
I was very much so.
All right, so do you have anything else to say about this book that does not pertain to the penis or the story?
Penis. Pen 15. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I think that if they were going to do something like what they did with Batman, they really missed an opportunity. They could have used Dick Grayson.
Womp, womp.
Well, it's you know.
But then you wouldn't have been able to make your Batawang comment.
I would. Well, okay, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, so after this point in the video, we're going spoiler territory. Yeah. Not like deep, like panel by panel.
If you want to know what the comic's about, you're still gonna have to buy it. We're kind of glossing over the story.
Yeah. So the issue kind of kicks off with Batman. Pretty much being attended to medically. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. They show, you know, his heart rate, and he's basically in the back of an ambulance. And, you know, you imagine, like, having Batman in the back of your ambulance, and you're like, you never know, guess who's bleeding out in the back of our bus right now, bro? Like, oh, who you got? Batman, what do you think? And then, like...
He ain't Superman.
And then, yeah, Superman, he ain't. No. Yeah. And basically, the EMT is like, well, he might have head trauma. I better take off his mask. Well, that didn't work out. Bam! Punched him in the face. Mistake. Ruined his shit permanently. He's really upset. And basically busts out. Start seeing a lot of, commentary or...
narration.
Narration. Thank you so much.
See?
I was going to hang up on that one forever. Glad you were here.
Yes.
So narration, and later on in the book, you find out that narration is from John Constantine, which immediately brings you into the fact that this story is kind of set in the supernatural world.
Yes.
You start learning that spoiler topic, the Joker is dead, and
or is he?
Or is he? That kind of gets hinted at in here. You don't, maybe, but I'm guessing he probably is. For this non-DC continuity, by the way, this is its own separate story.
I feel that's also part of why they broke off into another imprint.
But they really start delving into, was it Batman that did it? He doesn't know. He was there when it, in the area when it happened, and he kind of woke up after the fact, and it started. There are demons at play, whether they're like actual supernatural or internal for Batman, and really cool writing. The artwork is phenomenal.
I wish I knew who. I want to say his last name was like Azello or Arzello.
It's like right in the front of the book.
Azzarello. See? Either that's subliminal or else I just kind of know my artists a little bit. It's a little bit of both, probably.
It's the first line. Like the
even
first...
before the name of the comic.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, is that it isn't just that the art style is very similar to something that he's done in the past. It's that the design of the costume is almost like dead on for a Batman costume he's done before. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have recognized his work. But
the thing I love about this book, it's not chock full of dialogue. It has dialogue, mm-hmm. but the dialogue that's there works with the art to tell the story. Mm-hmm. There are some books that either don't trust the art or the art isn't good and the dialogue is too heavy. And you wind up just reading forever. Yeah. And then you wind up reading a lot of stuff that you didn't need to read to hear the story. What you're reading in here, you're reading the story, and that is good. And it works with the art, and it fits perfectly. And it's to me, that is a huge compliment for a comic book when the writing and the artwork work in tandem to tell a really good story. And this book, I wasn't going to pick it up. So he sent me a text the other day. He's like, I got an issue of Batman Damned reserved. And it's like, you've reserved Batman's dick. And then he basically corrected me like, hey, they're going to scrub it in all the digital releases and all the reprints. And I was like, oh, ding, 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 ding. Like, I should get one too.
Yeah.
And we were both lucky enough to find a copy without going to eBay for it. Which, if you're having to go to eBay for it, you're paying more than what we paid. Which usually my books I paid more for than what people bought for it off the shelf. Just because I'm buying it after the fact, after it was hot, and
right.
And you were more of a buy it off the shelf type of guy, which is cool. I salute you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have you know. I went through my comic book, like, I'm buying crazy, like, disposable income left and right, when the issues were new. And I just, so happened to be, I just so happened to be picking up the right books, I guess. Granted, there's a lot of stuff that I bought that aren't really worth anything, but I lucked out a number of times. And I feel like this is one of those times, it's more of a calculation that I feel it's going to be worth something in the future. Like I said, I originally bought it because I think it's going to be worth money in the future. But after reading it, I'm glad I did. Everything that George says about it is absolutely true. I do think that they showed off Bruce Wayne full frontal to bring extra attention to it. I really do. That said, it's an awesome story. It's really fantastic, and I hope that DC's gimmick works, and that a lot of people jump onto this issue and actually read it, because I think it will be a fantastic storyline. It's 3 issues long, if I remember correctly. It looks like it's going to be bi-monthly.
Did you say issues or inches?
Issues.
Womp womp.
I've moved on from the penis.
I will never move on. I am there.
You are. All right. But yeah, I believe it's going to be a bi-monthly series.
Yep.
Only 3 issues. And so the next one is out in November.
Which we're in September right now, so we're 2 months away from the next issue. I absolutely hate that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into too much here, but Doomsday Clock, which is a highly promoted series from DC Comics, has been absolutely derailed with an incredibly slow-moving story and a very delayed release. Now, this story I wouldn't say is slow, but I could see myself losing interest in 2 months. Like, right now...
Oh, yeah, I remember that issue, sort of.
Yeah, right now, like, at the most, the DC, like, for the normal issues, they make you wait a month. I know that they release Superman twice a month, Action Comics twice a month. Like, I can read Superman stories, like, all the freaking time. And get my fix. Like, I want to know the next story. What's up next? And this, I'll read it. I really will. But I may not be as interested in it as I was when I finished reading this book.
Yeah. And
that could be a misstep for them. But the first issue, I think they did a great job marketing it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. But we know how it begins.
There we do.
You got anything else?
So, no, I actually looking at the cover right now. It because of whatever stuff they're doing with it, it reminds me of the Batman Who Laughs.
Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I wish we had got in on that book when it first came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the whole metals thing was going to be like a flash in the pan, like some other...
No, that hit a bunch of...
Yeah.
And the story wasn't even that good. Like, I've read the stories, but...
Yeah.
Like,
well, apparently the Batman Who Laughs was a standout character.
Oh, for me, it was Red Death.
Okay.
It's basically an evil Batman with the powers of the Flash.
Yeah, I know that there were a bunch of basically mashups of Batman with another character, Doomsday, Aquaman, etc. But yeah, well, even you said the Flash, so I didn't think I had to. So Flash. But and Batman. Yeah, I didn't think anything of the story when I first heard about it, so I didn't bother picking it up.
We picked this one up right away. Looks, yeah. Hey, Batman Damned. Hey, I will say this: do not buy it physically for more than cover price, unless you think it's going to just go through the roof. You know, it is available digitally. You're not going to be able to see the
Batawang.
The Batawang. But you Google search it, and if you need those frames, you can see it. But
you can cut and paste. You can glue it onto your comic book.
Speaking of cut, that's the Batawang right there. Cut. But yeah, check it out. Read it. Very good story. You should check it out. That's really all I got.
Yeah.
All right. With Dee Runk Comics.
I am Zach.
I'm George.
And this is the Batawang.
The Batawang.
All right.
Batman penis.
Going to last call.
Last call. Oh yeah, right. We gotta do a shot of a non-alcoholic fluid. So alcoholic. Just like me.